All right. Hello, hello, hello. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Why is that being all big? New, new, new. There we go. Let's shrink this down. All right. All right. Let's see this. Man, everything goes off at once. Can only say it's like, oh my god, it's gonna be late. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. I hear Kip coming in too. Kip will be here soon, by the way, guys and girls. Um, Melissa actually has a couple appointments today. Um, right around this time. So yeah, so the Kips are really coming in. Hopefully, right around 10 o'clock. So hopefully he is good today. I was like, make sure you feed him at 9:55 because boy needs to eat. Um, boy is definitely he's 5 times as much as the girl, and man, is he loud. Kind of scared because if he talks this much now, God knows what he's going to do when he actually starts talking. Anyway, so obviously a lot of movement in the last 24 hours. FOMC was there. It was pretty easy. I don't think I needed to tell anybody. Wasn't on yesterday, but I don't think I didn't need to tell anybody that listen, you needed to get short before that. Before that meeting, we all knew it was coming. Because of it. Dollar. Euro dollar down 144, pound dollar 113, dollar yen 107. 117 is huge for the dollar Swiss. Um, Dollar Aussie is kind of pulling back a little bit, and we're seeing the dollar kind of reverse a little. So everything's doing exactly what it should be doing. Today's data was also really good. GDP, a double double, green, two adjustments and two higher than forecast, which you typically don't see. Just shows that we're crushing it. I saw that the economy or the economy grew 5.7% over the last year. It's the fastest since Reagan was in. Of course, the current regime is going to claim credit for that, even though it's kind of the same thing. Like all the groundwork was set by the previous guy for that growth. It's like, no, look at it, my first year. It's like, well, but yeah, but all the processes were put in. You stepped into the recovery. Yeah, don't claim credit for it. But we'll see. You know what's going to come later. We've had the greatest ever. Yeah, but it was already built, and you stepped into it, and now we see what's happened since. Inflation at 40-year highs. So, yeah, it's you're robbing Peter to pay Paul is basically what it is, and losing your base. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, overall, good data. Durable goods down a little bit. It was already expected to be down, but again, the core durable minus transportation was dead on, which is fine. The transportation has been kind of a weird kind of linchpin right now, so that's nothing we have to worry about. Pending home sales shouldn't move too much. It's expected to be down, but it's January. There's typically not. This is not really a big pending home sales time of year. It's it's just not that. So I wouldn't worry about that too much. And then tomorrow morning, obviously, the economic barometer, which should be interesting, it's expected to be a little bit lower, but with dollar Swiss rallying the way that it has, we'll see if there's some reversible potential tomorrow morning in that one. And then core PCE price index, I think it's pretty fair assumption that hey, inflation is here. And again, another 0.5 raise. It's nice that they're going to do something in March, but we have a couple more readings before that actually gets in. So the question is how bad, it's kind of like redlining a car, right? You can redline a car and the engine doesn't blow up. But if you let it go far enough, then yeah, then you have some major problems. And again, every time this gets more and more expensive, again, it's hurting a specific socioeconomic group. And McDonald's missed the revenue. If McDonald's is getting too expensive for people, right? The group that hurts the most, and it's unfortunate. As it continues to rise, it's only going to get worse. So the other thing in there too, we joked about automation, neuro. You're talking about for 20 years they've been talking about automation. 25% of McDonald's sales, right, last quarter came from the app. 25%. Right now, they said they had, bringing back the McRib also helped. I mean, the McRib is something that comes back. The crispy chicken sandwich craze obviously helped them as well. But 25% of McDonald's business now is over the app. It's considered digital purchases. So that's not too bad if you think about it. I mean, it's almost like calling ahead, right? It's like picking up delivery. I mean, but fast food, you just do it on your app. You go out there and bam. Like why sit in that big line, right? Why sit in that big line if you don't have to? right? If you don't have to deal with a guy that's going to screw up your order anyway, right? When you put no onions in and he forgets to do that, makes sense. But hey, jobs are getting replaced, and you know, it's the way of the future. Way of the future. Put it in your app, even if you pick it up. I mean, it just, I haven't done it. I just so you guys know, I do not have a McDonald's app. I didn't know that I could get a free apple pie from it. Now that Ernest has shared with me that you can get a free apple pie, I feel like I will probably have a McDonald's app. It's kind of like those key fobs, right? Remember when key fobs first came out, like the loyalty program key fobs? It's like, oh, you gotta have this, just scan it when you get here, right? Like for your gym memberships and stuff. And it got to a point where you're like, listen, I'm not putting 25 key fobs on my keychain. Like that's ridiculous. I'm not doing it. I feel like my phone's getting like that right now. Like I have just too many apps for things, right? No, it's not a joke, Ernest. You can get a free apple pie, a free milkshake, and free something else. I had to go check it out. I like my apple. Now, granted, I have not had any sweets. Right, I started my intermittent fasting to get off my Thanksgiving and Christmas cookie weight. I like housed. I just whatever the cookies were left in the house those couple days after Christmas. My wife was like, "Why are you eating more cookies?" I'm like, "Cause I want them gone." Right? If they're here, then I'll continue to eat them. But if I eat them all now, they're out. Right? So yeah, they're gone. I was doing good. I was down like 14 pounds in a month, and now I've gained like 1 or 2 back. I don't know if it's just that I've eaten weird food or if I eat like I'm so hungry, I eat like twice as much food as I'm supposed to. But it's actually not that hard. I don't know. Like people are talking about fasting, and I'm like, it's not bad. Um, yeah, I'm doing like the 16-8 intermittent fasting or whatever. It's not that hard. I just basically skip breakfast. I just drink coffee, have lunch, have dinner like normal, and then I stop eating at 8 o'clock. Like, okay, I can eat from 12 to 8. Like that covers most of my food intake anyway. Um, but man, can I have some food when I'm hungry? I was like, yep, this is my third portion. I probably should not eat this. Um, I wish I could make that statement, Ernest. I wish I could make that statement that I haven't had any fast food, right? Debbie, you're doing it too? Yeah, it's actually not that bad. But I was kind of like, I mean, Debbie, I lost 13 pounds, 14 pounds in like 25 days or 23 days or something like that. I was like, wow, I feel like that's twice as much as I should have been able to lose. But it worked. And then I screwed up and I have a hot dog with, tons of sodium. um, anyway, here's the dollar. Very easy play. And again, I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but remember, you should always have all your 4-hour windows marked off. I mean, here's some obvious basing. I mean, I could shrink it down and say, okay, just the top of the body. There you go, even though the basing was a little bit higher. And it really doesn't make any difference there. Oops, not 45. Let's go to 30. I mean, how about this for a spike, right? I mean, literally, we had a little bit of a gap up, right? A spike all the way down, and then it just took off, right? So, I mean, you had this spike here, right? This is the FOMC spike up. This is to take everybody out and profit taking, and then it did nothing but go higher. Like, it's crazy how these things work out, right? So, yeah, but dollar is pulling back, which you would expect at this point. No, the Europeans just finished out their session. The Europeans stepped in here, right? They're driving the dollar higher, and now we're starting to see all the profit taking come in as the sessions reverse. Now, Ernest, there's no way I could only eat 4 hours a day. No way. And and there's the plan that's like, oh, you can just like not eat food, for 24 hours, once a week or twice a week. And I'm like, no, I would be way too grumpy. Are you kidding me? No, 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 no. It's bad enough at like 11:30 in the morning, like a half hour before I can eat. Are you kidding me? Going a full day? No. I know people do that for religious reasons, but no, 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 no. Mm-mm. I would do nothing but sleep. Um, but yeah. So anyway, this pulling back not necessarily surprising, and we'll see it on all the currency charts as well. So we had a little Harry Potter here, and there's a nice little kind of pullback in the overnight and push down. Unfortunately, it didn't make it all the way down to the profit target. It got about to like about 2.5. It got pretty close. And then reversed back again. This is one of those ones that we trailed, and the European session is really where kind of the profit taking part of it came in, right? The weakness and then the drive back down again. So the alert went off. We knew we had a lot of alerts there, but right now we can remove a lot of these things and just kind of clean it up. And here's where, obviously FOMC. This was one of those ones we talked about it pulling back up. Here's the FOMC meeting notes. We missed this one. It was a 50% retracement. We had it drawn. We missed it by 4 pips, 4.4 pips. So yeah, but I mean, even though it hadn't rallied all back up again, we knew that we were looking to get short. Aussie dollar was a great place to do it, especially with gold getting hammered the same way. We can adjust it a little bit now, and we can move these around. the 50 is kind of right where that happens, so we can leave that there for now. Um, and there's two little zones. We could mark this one right here, and again, there's a little bit of volatility associated with it. But that's going to be sitting right where the new 50 is. If this is the new bottom, we start to retrace back up. It is interesting that right around the 23.6, we have a little bit of a supply zone, as well as at the 50, we have a supply zone as well. Um, if you want to, kind of mess with this one, we'll make this one live, and we'll bring it back there. It's weird when it's gray like that; it's hard to see because it turns gray anyway. But I think that one's live again. You know what? I gotta make it a darker color. There we go. It's like when it's dull, it goes dull anyway. But that zone is going to be sitting right here around 51, 57. And by the way, I don't know if you can see this or not, sending alerts. So I found 3 different videos to do it. So I'm going to probably get it set up today and start testing it tomorrow. And then getting basically all the alerts we talk about here, sending them over into the Discord channel and kind of open it up and see how we can test it. I believe it works. I'm told that it works. So just because there's a YouTube video on it doesn't mean that it always works. I love it. Oh, it's as simple as 3 easy steps. Do this, this, and this, but then you got to pay for the subscription. No, I'm not paying for this subscription. So, but yeah, the goal is to get that set up today. I'll start testing it tomorrow or next week. But I believe we're going to start putting the alerts from these sessions into Discord. There's also, and I would expect this to rally back up again. Big question is, do we hit the sellers sitting right there? Okay, that's kind of the big, if we can clear through the top, then yeah, it's a racetrack all the way back up to the 50. So I think the Aussie provides some good opportunity today. Aussie yen doing basically the same thing. This one, again, you can see where it turned was right here. And again, this is kind of the Aussie weakness versus the dollar. Came right in at FOMC. Went a little bit higher. It actually used this little zone here. I think if we had taken the full draw, yeah, it was kind of, this is a pretty choppy 50. And again, right at the 61.8 was that one level. That's what it used. But, I wouldn't, not as concerned about it. Like I said, you're not going to play this. This is a proxy through a proxy. I think right now, let's see. We have to mark this level off just because it did stop this kind of, it did stop the rally, right? And it just barely did. I'm going to turn this one yellow. Depending on if we can catch this at a session breaker for news, like there is news later on tonight, this PPI, right? For something like PPI, yeah, I feel like we could use it. That level sitting right here at 82.51. I'm sorry, 82.15, not 51, 82.15. I would say it's probably a decent reversal. There's enough movement off of it right now. Another 40 pips. We have what, 9 hours to go? 9 hours to go on that one. So, it's more of a new setup than anything else right now. It's an okay level, but like I said, an FOMC kind of kick up like this is not really, that's not the one where like this is great. This is an awesome level. It's all right. Again, tested, so we know there's something going on there. And again, if we can do that with news, combine it with news right here, PPI, and again, PPI year over year should be a nice one. You know, worth something there. All right. Let's see what that one looks like. And again, this is kind of premature, but we'll throw it on there right now. Yeah, 1 to 3 is right there, so not bad. We can throw an alert on there. Horizontal line. I'll see JPY news. All right, there we go. Euro pound. So, Euro pound. We talked about getting short. We like this area of breaking, and it did. It kind of chopped through, went back. And again, if it's just continuing to fall. We're basically waiting for this one to come down to 83.09. It's something we've been waiting for. A lot of chop through, and again, Europe is going to be at a lot more risk right now than the pound is, than the UK being in close proximity to the Ukraine. Honestly, I don't know if it's the translation that keeps getting lost, but if you look at all the data or like all the news coming out from Russia's like, hey, listen, we just saw your response back to us, right? We think it's number one bullcrap. We need to get serious about talking. Like, I feel like everybody's serious. Hey, listen, we're both sending troops to the border. I feel like everybody's serious at this point. Like, their statements today about, we need to have a serious discussion. Like, I thought we were already at the serious discussion stage. Basically, they're like, yeah, you haven't given us anything. It's like, okay, sure. And they're like, we're trying to avoid. Russia is trying to avoid any war in the Ukraine. I feel like if you're trying to avoid anything in Ukraine, um, get your troops off the border. Like you were the first one there. Like, did you have inside intel that we were going to suddenly invade with no troops there? Remember, there were no troops on the Ukraine from the U.S., right? Like you went there, but there was no troops on the other side. So yeah, interesting how that works out. But we got plenty of room to run on this one to the downside. So about 17 more pips. This is again, there is some news coming in here, and again, this is all the they got a bunch of data coming in, deaths, COVID, all this information. I'm not worried about that one. But I think tomorrow morning, probably, broad money. It's not one I typically deal with. It's probably decent, it's probably worth a bounce. I mean, we had a nice little kind of drop basing and take off point from it again. It's a target for later on today. If we do hit it right around the end of the session close around noon Eastern Standard Time, it's probably a decent run off that. But again, take a bounce off of 83. And again, probably somewhere around on those lines. And again, just profit taking. That's all that really is. Euro yen. Euro yen definitely chop back and forth. I mean, we talked about having a top and bottom in this one. The bottom went a little bit lower, right? The bottom went a little bit lower down to here. But you can see, like, look at this 50. 50, 50, 50, bounce, 50, 50, base on the 50, base on the 50, touch on the 50. So um, definitely wedged in on both sides. You can see we missed the top there, so let's bring this down and we'll just do the broader reach. By the way, FOMC, right? That's an FOMC spike that we missed as well. But again, euro yen is probably not where you're going to play that one. But should you have had it marked off? Yeah, absolutely. It missed it by 2.8 pips, right? 2.8 pips is the miss on that one. Let me go up to a 4-hour on this one real quick. Yeah, I know I got him down there. Let's get on a 2-hour real quick. None of these zones are great. None of them are great. We're gonna put them over there, but these are gonna be two little hiccups. If we can breach these two hiccups, then yeah, I think we are off to the races to the downside. Let's go there. Yeah, I'm really not worried about much. Let's see what do we got short here. Um, yeah, we're talking about 1 to 7 in there. 1 to 3 is all the way up here. Yeah. All right, so get that through. You can see magically that's kind of what we popped off of. Probably the next target down. Let's see, how far is it? About 41 pips. So, this is an hourly. We can bring them back down to 30 if you really want to look at it. There's so much chop back and forth, and there's a couple buyers in here, but it's been hit and hit and hit, so it's not super strong. You obviously have the downtrend right here, right? Right now, I mean, if anything, we could probably get a little crazy on this one. I would say the F word, not the bad F word, but the funky word for Debbie, but we're kind of playing with this right now, right? Right, 1, 2, 3. We basically have 4 touches on bottom side. Look at that, 4 touches bottom side. We have 2 touches up top. All right, bring this down a little bit. You got your 2 touches, so still kind of trending in that direction. Yeah, nobody's more serious about Russia than the Irish fishermen. Yeah. Hey, they said that they think they got that situation fixed. There was a headline about it, that they're pretty confident in that one. Hello, buddy, buddy. All right, so we'll see how long Kip lasts in his chair, guys. Is he fed? Okay. Hello, buddy, buddy. Hello, buddy, buddy. Yeah, he looks fed. He gets like this glazed over look, right? He gets like glazed. It's like, what? What happened? I'm full. Are you full? Yeah, Mr. Smiles. Anyway, more of a sideways channel. We'll see if we continue to follow it. Like I said, I think on this one, there's two little zones here where this one's already popped once. Neither of them very, very big, but this one's been hit twice now. It'll be hit number three. I think if we're able to clear through 128.04, look to get this one short all the way down to 127.52. Got a little bit of time though, and again, sitting inside that channel. Euro dollar. Euro dollar is retracing just a little bit. Right, we had some levels over here. We were talking about this level. It ended up coming through it pretty easy, but again, 30-minute level. It's not, these things are not going to hold. Something as big as FOMC. Let's see. Yeah, and this actually should have been a little bit smaller. So I'm going to bring this down and let's go to this pop here. It's a one candle pop. I don't actually. You know what? Let's mark two. I'm gonna mark. I hear you. I hear you. I don't love that one as much either. Mm, Man, why are these all double bottoms? Um, Let me see. Actually, don't like that one as much. There's a gap in there too. I'm actually going to delete that one. That one's still okay. There's probably going to be a bit of a hiccup right here. Let's take this off. Let's take this off. Let's take this off. All right. So we know we have an area of buyers sitting here, right? Got a little bit of a hiccup zone. I mentioned this, see what it does. I want to see if it bases sideways on this level, right? If we get some basing in here, then that would be a decent. It's going to tell us a lot, right? Again, when those orders get eaten up, if it starts the base, this is not going to necessarily be a great long because it's going to pull up right into areas of sellers. If it slices through and kind of just has like a one candle hiccup and then drops, then yeah, it would be a decent rollover. Right down at that 110.82, right? Not a huge level, 110.82 to 110.67. But I think that would be a decent balance, and that should give us enough 1 to 3 back up to this level. And again, this could be the bottom, and there's not a whole lot holding us back down to 112.82. So we got some room. And again, there was an alert there that kind of triggered and gave us a breakthrough that bottom. So definitely, again, this is one of the alerts we got yesterday. So we're going to delete that alert now. Okay. Just to kind of clear them a little bit. This alert here. Yeah, we're going to still leave that up there. Yeah, I would say right now, again, I think there's a reversal coming in on this one, but I got to see what it does in there. I'm not going to throw an alert in there yet, but just kind of watch out for it. I think it could be something, but just watch it. Pound yen. So here's pound yen. Let's see. Where is it? Here. Yes. Mm, 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 mm. Yes, that's my identity. That is my cell phone. I appreciate it. I don't know if you guys can see this. There you go. So here's one of the examples of why we're trying to do the alerts. This one came in at 2 p.m. yesterday, and there was your response. 2 p.m. FOMC all the way down and out. Hit it again, if in case you missed it, and then hit it a third time in case you missed it, and then it hit it again. But again, at this point, we're kind of out. So this is why I want to have the alerts out there. So nice little setup, right? Um, At this point, the zone's been hit about 3 different times, so I'd be a little bit more cautious with taking shorts off of it. I do think this continues to rally a bit higher. Oh, the baby. Yeah, you can hear the baby. Yeah, you look at him. He just does that. Debbie, he does like the cute little smile, right? He smiles and like turns his head like down to the right. He knows that he's a manipulator already. He knows. He knows. So, one of the other things to point out here is we kind of use this fib for forecasting as well. If had you taken it, no, I want this level. Give me. Oh, I need to unlock it right there. There was the original, and we talked about how the 50% was on the backside of it a little, and we were talking about it coming all the way down to our zone, which would have been the kind of the true fib. This is one of those ones that we use the forecasting of where the level was going to be to find it, and in reality, this one would have front run the 50%. So a fib trader would not have gotten into this one, right? It would have missed the 50%, and they would have missed the entire opportunity. When we used the other opposing zone where we knew we had some buyers down there, that's where we lined up exactly on the 50. So, um, you know, kind of one of those things that you use fibs as a confirmation tool, and again, we know we had buyers down there, so yeah, but I'd be cautious. I think this one is able to break through the top. I think really there's not really any major selling until 156.15, so I think we look for this one to continue higher. So could it bounce off of here with yen strength? Probably, but again, we spent some time here. We hit it again. Now this is number 4. It's starting to break rules if we keep trying to use this zone again and again and again. So just be cautious with it. Um, Pound yen. I'm sorry, pound dollar. Same thing. We had an alert up there. Again, we had this one drawn. This was the kind of the fib forecast. And you can see at 2 o'clock, we were right at that same level. And we had it marked off. And there we go. I missed it by a little tiny bit. Right? I missed it by just a little bit. But yeah, I mean, we're talking over here. We're like, yep, fib traders aren't going to be able to trade this one. 50 was higher, but we saw the basing here yesterday. Yesterday morning, we were sitting right here, and we said, "Hey, listen, this is a lot of basing. This is good. If we hold this level, this is a short." And again, there was your short trade coming in. So, um, other thing is too, we mapped that out to the 50, and we projected the exact bottom target with it. So it was kind of fibs in both directions. We said, "Hey, listen, if we use this as our 50, there's our target." And I missed this one to the downside by 5 pips, 5.3 pips. Not too horrible, right? Pound dollars up, are down 140 something pips, and I missed it by 3. As far as using fibs to forecast. So, you know, what, buddy? Hold on. Let me pull the kid out real quick. Yeah, I'm getting you out. Come on, you can do chart school. Come on, come here. Oh, let's go here. You watch the screen. Here you go. Watch the baby. Oh, there we go. All right. So I would keep this level on. I think this level, although we did spend a lot of time there and it's kind of hit 4 times, it did have a great response out of it. So there's probably some sellers in a little bit higher. If you guys are looking to set an alert on it, now we have the official bottom. I can throw the official bottom now, not the forecasted bottom, and it's still around 150 or 135.12. So it's probably good. There's gonna be some hiccups on the way. First one obviously is gonna be the 23.6. You do see a little bit of basing. It dropped and it pulled back. And again, when we forecasted it to where we did, that's where the 23.6 is. So um, again, I'm not the only person in the world that will use this to forecast. It's not coincidence that that's where it happened to be, especially when um, price was what here yesterday, and I literally drew this and bam bam. So watch that one. There's probably a reversal level sitting there, 134.30. And again, if you wanted to set yourself up for some risk on it, small, small, cover the base, drop it here. What it looks like would be something along these lines. And you got plenty of room. Your 1 to 3 target is sitting right there. Right there, 2.99. So again, plenty of room, exactly where the base is. I think it's decent. And again, if you want to set yourself an alert for that one, sitting right at the 23.6 from our fib forecast is 134.30. Dollar CAD. All right, so this is one of those ones that it's like, ah. So here's the European session. So I missed this one. So the alert went off. I got the alert. I absolutely got the alert. I missed it by 2.1 pips. Got the alert at 2 o'clock this morning. It did actually wake me up, right? Let's see. Just want you guys to be able to see this right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Actually, at 1:26 a.m. Can I make this bigger? Yeah, 1:26 a.m. And yes, I woke up at 1:26 a.m. when I got the alert, but then I missed it. So talk about angry. Wake up in the middle of the night, your alert goes off, and then you miss your entry. It's like wah wah wah, and it's a good runner too. 75 pips to the downside. Yeah. So Ernest, I just want to make sure that you know that you're not alone. The Pipette gang hates everybody, right? Hates everybody. I actually had my profit target sitting right here, and which again you can see the profit target was great. This was my target. This was my trade right there and right there. A 1 to 5.5. Well, 1 to 5.6 is what it's saying here. Yeah, risking 11 and taking 56 out of it, and missed it by 2. So wah wah wah. It happens. So I would say keep this one on there. There's probably another setup in here. Again, bring it across. Two ways to draw it. You could, potentially use just this level of basing here. It's probably going to be a bit of a front run. This is why we have alerts a little bit ahead of time, so you can kind of, it's contagious. Yeah, the pit bet gang spreads like Omicron. Omicron has nothing on the pit bet gang, right? That'll be our next t-shirts. Omicron's got nothing on the pit bet gang. We'll do it with like some like what was it like? The I Spy villains or whatever. There was like was it I Spy? I don't know. There was like the two characters. One was white, one was black. They were spies, right? They have the hats, right, with the real pointy noses or whatever. I feel like we could do one like that and label one Omicron, one Pipette gang, right? Omicron can't steal what the Pipette gang's already got, right? But yeah, that's yeah, is my opinion on that one. So anyway, probably worth one more. Again, we'll put that alert. We'll make that alert live again. We'll make it alert. We'll make it live. We're actually going to drag it down just a little bit. See if we can get another entry into it. So, dollar Swiss, just going. I mean, dollar Swiss is, it's pulled back on some of the levels. We talked about a level here. Again, was there sellers? It kind of broke through, and it did. It popped up, came back, pulled back, based again. European session. Again, it was like Europeans hadn't gotten a chance to react. They're off to the races now too. So, as far as where levels go with this one, we don't need that alert. That alert went off as well. There was your Harry Potter trade for the other one. We're going to turn this one yellow right now because I'm probably going to use that for a target later on down the road. But let's see where current price is. We can pull a lot of these old fibs. We haven't done a whole lot of analysis on this one. Yeah, there's a little bit in there. I'm not concerned about that. Let's bring this across. Boom, boom. I don't need this. I don't need that anymore. We are going to leave that one. This one triggered, didn't go full profit target. But again, we needed to adjust it. We don't need that. Let's pull this one. We're going to leave those two. Actually, I'm going to shrink this one a little bit. I'm going to shrink it to there. Nice little test. That'll be a target. Let's put this target. Green and black. So there's really kind of our tops and bottoms, right? Let's figure out fib wise. Where are we looking for pullbacks? Kind of need this one to go a little bit. We kind of need this one to push up. This is kind of one of those forecasting. If we can get all the way up to the 93.57, I kind of like that one. It drops to 50 right here. Give us a little bit of extra, extra reason why we're looking at the 124. Or I'm sorry, the 92.40 zone. So, but again, we needed to rally up first. But I think 93.57 is our first target. Yeah, and this one's also spiking, which again, not surprising. We can take some of these. I don't need that alert. That alert went off. That 2 profit targets there. Whoops. The boy is holding my thumb. So I'm trying to type when the kid has my thumb. It's kind of funny. Actually, this is the one I tried to do on my phone last night. I will say, actually, the zone is right there. I moved a couple of these. Ernest, I got to say, trying to do them on the phone, though, is hard with the app. I don't have like fat fingers, I don't think. And I have I have a very big screen, like one of the, it's not like a Galaxy Note or anything like that, but it is the S21 Ultra, so it's got a big screen. I will say, trying to drag some of the levels around is very hard with the app. You gotta like zoom in, and then I kept hitting different. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta lock this. But where we are right now, again, this is a reversal level. There's some profit taking coming in. We did have quite a bit of a run up, and I mean, I guess we can kind of put fibs on it, and we'll kind of see, where there's potential. Again, if we're turning here, I think the 50 is a decent pullback. I'd probably draw it kind of in here, and it kind of coincides. I like the level at the 61.8 a little bit better. Now I don't have fat fingers, Neuro. I'm not a very big guy, right? I'm like 6 foot, like run 185 ish, right? I don't think I have big finger. I think I have like normal size fingers, right? I don't have sausage fingers, right? But like an adult sized finger trying to move that little dot back and forth, particularly when you have like the the wrist of reward tool, right? There's just too many circles. Like when I click this on the app and try to throw it on, like on your phone, when it paints like this between all the text and all the buttons here and with like it is impossible. I was like, Jesus, I keep moving the wrong thing. I would move this one and then you couldn't see it with the numbers and then you can't see where you're clicking and I move fibs like 6 times. Yeah. I refuse to trade on the phone. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I had the girl, like the girl was like passed out with her feet on me. It was 1:30, man. It's been a long time since I've gotten an alert. I've actually woken up from an alert at 1:30. So I did my best. I did my best. And it didn't matter anyway because I missed it by 2 pips. So yeah. Yeah, it's like, no, it happens, everybody. But for right now, I would say, we'll see what this does. If this, again, if you guys were taking shorts from here, it's a decent short. Again, this relies upon, not the weakening dollar, but, kind of yen strength coming back in. I don't think it's horrible. Is it, do you really want to get short the dollar? Yeah, there'll be profit taking coming in. But remember, it is a fundamental change of what's going to happen. It hasn't happened yet. But again, the yen hasn't, the yen was, the 6.9 durable goods or the advanced GDP number today is more for the yen. So I think it should come back down. Again, is it if you look at the level formation up here, is it super clean? No, I mean, not super clean. I mean, I guess we could actually, kind of push it there just a little bit. I prefer if it was much higher up, but it's one of those ones. It's just, there's so much movement that got pushed out of there. You got to be able to respect it. Um, oh, now blaming she's not a baby anymore. No, she's not a baby anymore. She's 3. She's almost 4. Well, she'll be 4 in June. But she's not a baby, but she acts like it sometimes. But yeah, she was up. So yesterday she melted down. She was home yet with me yesterday, right? Um, yeah, like there wasn't enough already going on yesterday. She was home with me yesterday, and because she just melted down because she stays up till like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. She was up till midnight last night. So we had, part of the reason I probably heard it was because I was just barely asleep, right? But yeah, I had the girl, Melissa has the boy. Yeah. So we'll see. Let's go across and look at oil. All right. So oil coming back again. Now we're just seeing the retracement. European stepped into this one right here. They drove it up to 830 right there. And now all we're seeing is the reversal play. Um, transportation was kind of the linchpin for this one. Probably come over in there. 88.50 I think is you know, I hate to say it because I don't like the gas prices the way that they are. Our area has been a little bit better about it now, but I mean, when you're looking at this one, I mean, at least let's bring it back to like a 4 hour chart. You can see that when you look at this 88, you're like, huh, there's not a whole lot here, right? And there's not, right? Um, Going back to a daily basis, trying to get some, from 88.50, right? Trying to find the analysis now is pretty interesting because the last time, actually, I don't need this. What do we got? Last time was October 2014 that we saw prices this high. Um, that was a long time ago, right? That was a long time ago. And again, on a daily basis, you can see that we have levels up here at 91.55 and 94.70. We're kind of in a racetrack on a daily. Like I don't think I can actually see it on a 4 hour. Nope, can't even see it on a 4 hour. It's been so long. Actually, I probably can if these are ending here. Oh, you know what? They're past. So, yeah, it's been a very, very long time since price was here. And again, we can only see it on a daily basis, at least in here. So you can see right here on a 4 hour, look at it pulling back from kind of those levels. So I would say right now for oil, again, if you want to play the intraday movements on it, great. I think you got to stay long oil. I mean, I would say staying bullish oil until at least 91.55 is probably the play. And again, if we look at kind of a parallel channel in this one, right? If there's our half, there's our other half. right, in a parallel channel, right? Yeah, a little hit here, a hit here, a hit here, a hit here, kind of rode the middle, rode the top, rode the bottom. So as as there's this pullback, um, I kind of think that we got to go long. I mean, like I said, I hate oil this high, but I mean, economy is rolling, right? The economy is rolling. Even if they raise interest rates, that just means that everything is looking great and more people are going back. Trying to get that one like doing it yellow. Maybe yellow's darker. I'm trying to get this to where trying to get this so I can see it a little bit better, but we use blue on this chart, so it's kind of like a there we go. It's all right. Anyway, look for pullbacks. Where's our potential buyers coming in? I mean, obviously, there's a little pop here. There's a little bit of a test right here. So if you guys are looking for something on a smaller time frame, again, it's just outside, so that would be great because anybody that draws the channel and says, "Well, wait a second, touch here," they're going to be looking to sell. Again, that's selling ready into an area of buyers. I think that could be a decent little pop, from here up. Okay. Um, but I think overall, I think we're looking for 91.55. I think by March we're up in the 90s. So not liking that either, but there's nothing I can say about it. That's just what I see. Um, Natural gas. So natural gas came up, and funny enough, yesterday at 9, we talked about this one here, right? 9 o'clock yesterday morning, we said, hey, listen, we just pulled back to a 50% target. If you're looking for something short, it's there, right? We had the full draw, 50% retracement. It was an area it was tested before. It was hit number 3, and we've had that nice little gap right back down again. So nice setup for those natural gas. I know we don't have a lot of natural gas traders, but it's one that we keep talking about. Um, it's there right now. I wouldn't do much with it. There's plenty of buyers. In this entire area down here is supported buyers. We're sitting kind of in a one step above that. You can see that there's an area here as well. The base, the touch, the base, the touch. So I think it comes back down where the buyers are, though. I don't really like any of them. I don't think any of them are really high quality. Um, but this is another one of those ones that again, pretty easy. Full fib draw, areas of sellers at a 50% retracement. Again, it's just stacking all the odds in your favor. We mentioned odds. Let's see. Yeah, we didn't pierce it. We didn't pierce it. So it was close. It ran right into that zone, and so it didn't actually offer the pierce. I was curious to see if it did, but yeah, didn't actually need it in this case. So gold. So gold having some problems, and look at that. Magically, it pounced off 1800. No way. No, this is an easy setup. We had the Harry Potter trade on here, and again, we hit it once. Actually, we've hit this what one, two, three. This is hit number 4. We based in there, and again, this is FOMC, so it was absolutely looking for a short on this one, and it did. It cranked all the way down. We talked about at a level here at 812. And you can see we touched it here, touched it, then we based in it, then we came down again and we based in it again. We dropped and we just pulled back to it again. So, profit target hit on this one. This was another one of the ones we mentioned earlier in the week. We've actually had this one on for a little while, about a week now. We talked about this level being an alert, breaking through, and kind of the same thing. It hit yesterday, so we can delete this one off. I don't need to use that since Will, is Will here? Let me see. I don't know if Will's here or not. Um, well, how many alerts do I get with the Pro? Is it 100 or is it 20? Hopefully it's not 20. Is it 100 alerts? I don't feel like clicking through all the price, all the pricing stuff. Is it 20, Will? If you're out there, Will, let me know. Is it 20 or is it 100? I feel like it's 100 with this level. I feel like the first one, the cheapy one, I feel is 20. I feel like the Pro one is, I don't know. I got like I think I got the second one. Anyway. All right. So gold, no issues here. Do I think it's a buy at 1800? No, not surprised. It's a great target to the downside. I mean, really, when we're talking about this coming through, it looks like the next real area is going to be down at 1782. We mentioned that before last time we were down here. If we were able to collapse through, what? What are you doing? Do I need this alert? No, I don't need this alert anymore. Actually, let's see. Maybe we can set something up here. Yeah, buddy, buddy. Uh, let's see there. I don't know. Maybe we have enough room on this one. Did that hold? No, not really. It based in there a little bit. Let me see here. Short. We got plenty of room. It's okay. It's just outside. That was a good trade. Um, trying to get rid of all these other ones. Short in there. Let's pull this off. Let's pull that top off. That was a good one. This one is now out. We knew that that was good. We're going to adjust. Actually, I don't even need to adjust that one. Um, that was good. Let's pull that off. Let's move this over to there. 1812 is now out. We are done with 1812. Uh, let's see. Let's pull this over, change this to here. I don't have to worry about 50s. Ooh, no, that's an interesting scenario. If we forecast down to the 1782 where that last push was, look where that 50 is. Five on pro. That's it. 25 alerts on premium. I thought one of them was like 100. Or is that in? You know what? I'm probably thinking of indicators. It's got to be indicators because I definitely have more than 5 alerts on there. I don't. Yeah, I don't have. Yeah, it's got to be. Yeah, it's got to be indicators then that I was thinking of. Like you can put up to 20 on here, and you can put 99. 100 indicators if you do this one. Not that anybody's going to put 100. I don't even know what a chart looks like with 100 indicators. I know I have more than that. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now you guys are going to make me do it. Pay nothing to upgrade. There you go. 100. It is 100. See, this is what happens. You trust Ernest, and he gives you the wrong data. See, it's 20 and 100. Yeah, so it's got to be 100. Yeah. This is your current plan. Yeah, it's 100. I'm good. And it's 25 indicators per chart. 4 charts in one layout. Not that I've done that, but it's okay. Silver. All right, so we're looking for silver to come down. I think silver hits 2266. Neuro, I know you're extremely happy about this. You're acquiring more physical silver. Alerts is 20. Thank you, Ernest. We've now clarified it. I love you, my friend. I love you. By the way, guys, I'm just going to throw this out there. If you guys ever have any amazing looking food dishes and you want to know whether or not it tastes good, Ernest has sampled and tested most things. So we just send him a picture and ask him what his opinion. I had one yesterday. A friend of mine had a pork rind crusted pork chop, and I sent it to Ernest, and he was able to fill me in and give me the 411 whether it was worth it or not. So yeah, gold and silver is coming down, Neuro, but don't worry. Don't worry. For the right price, I will let everybody know where you live. And, we know you're stashing it under your bed. Um, but as far as where, silver for me next, silver is pretty choppy. Like I said, I think target is 2266. Is it a great place to buy or sell from? Honestly, really no. I mean, it's kicked off there before, but there's some buyers right below it. Buyers right below it. There's really, I mean, I feel like a lot of the love is out of silver at this point. So I mean, like I said, gold and silver have the same scenario. Like, I talked about it earlier. I mean, here's where FOMC came in. What? I mean, they were starting to crush FOMC early yesterday anyway. FOMC came out right here, right? But they were already moving it. I mean, yesterday morning we were sitting here, right? Actually, the Europeans are what moved it, but it a hedge for inflation means you do it as a protective factor against inflation, right? Everybody that's going long gold right now, it's the same thing. You don't put a seatbelt on after you get in a car accident. It's already too late. You put it on ahead of time. It's a you know It's a way to mitigate loss, right? It's the same thing with inflation. When your money doesn't buy as much, if you want to hedge against inflation, you buy gold, and then you sell gold when it's higher. But when it's the other way around, when they're starting to crush inflation, it's a sell. So again, down 1%, and silver's down 3%. So these were easy sells yesterday. Right now, we need to establish a new bottom and figure out where buying is worth coming in at. But if you weren't short yesterday, it's just because you don't understand these markets. But this is what happens whenever we raise interest rates. And again, important learning lesson: there's supposed to be 3 or 4 raises this year, right? The question, the consensus is now 4. So if there's 4 raises, we should expect to see the same thing every day. So mark this down. Every time we get an FOMC meeting where they start talking about when that next raise is coming in, you should see the same thing. That's why I think silver right now down 3%, right? 3.1%. I mean, it looks like we're going for the target. I just don't see. There's just, to me, it's not a great investment until the next inflationary cycle starts. Um, but if you want to buy it here, because then when the price gets cheaper, you can dollar cost average and buy it here and buy it here and buy it here. You're doing it the wrong way, right? You're doing it the wrong way. If you really want to do that, if you love the price right here, be smart about it, right? I mean, if you really like it so much, there are option strategies that you could do, some cash secured puts to get it on sale. And if this is the bottom and it goes up, guess what? You still make some money, right? So, yeah. Let's go across the indices. So VIX down 10.8, right? Not a surprise there. Reason why is because FOMC is out. We kind of know what's going on. PCE tomorrow, what are they going to do? Tell us there's inflation? No way. Of course we know there's inflation. So VIX is down. Let's see how many setups we would have had from the open. Um, Unfortunately, 930 is right here. Gave us no pullback, right? It's hitting a zone now where we marked off as being a potential reversal at 1030. It is 1027 right now. So it is kind of doing what it's supposed to do at that reversal level. And we talked about that in the NQ in particular, driving up a little bit more. We knew there was nothing holding it back from here forward. There was nothing. This was a free trade area, right? Once it went above this level, and again, that was 8:30 this morning. You guys could have got a free trade level up, but again, you would wanted to make sure you got out, and it's doing exactly what it should have done. So unfortunately, this was not a trade setup for this morning. So 0 for 1 as far as easy setups, right? So this one is out, but again, we were talking about reversals. This is a new trend. So, let's see where fib traders are going to step in. Right around 50, it looks like there is a hiccup. So, again, end of the day rally. Could we have something sitting right here? Probable, definitely probable. Mark that one off, 43.39. Right. Again, it is a retest off that level, and it is the 50. Again, from low to high, using Globex overnight makes sense. But the reversal is kind of expected. NQ, man, like this was the best one. I was like, go NQ, get up there so we can sell it, and it didn't. It just had issues. There could have been a case made on this one that we had a basing level right here, right? It went up, and this one is faltering. Kind of the same thing. We're in kind of no man's land though, so it's not really a great short. Let's see. Let's go top. Whoops, not that. Not what I wanted to do. Hit the wrong one. Let's see. Yeah, see, it turned in the middle of nowhere, so not even like a decent setup. Let's see if there's anything that makes sense on this side. Kind of the same thing, but you'd have to use the 50 to draw the level. It's quite a large level in that one, so yeah. It comes down where this one stops. I don't know. I would still hold out for this, up top. And let's see. NQ short. Okay. We'll get alerted on that one, but I think 15.536 is what we're looking for up top. I don't love this one as much. I think the ES is a better setup. This one pulled up as well. Missed it just by a little tiny bit, and we kind of knew. I mean, actually, this one, if we were going to do the updated, I didn't update this one for Nadex today, but there would have been your zone. Again, 1030 reversal happening. 930 was not in a level either direction, so nothing we could do off of that. Let's get your target there. These are pulling back again past the 618, so there'd have been people getting stopped out on that. Let's move this. What are you doing, buddy? Been 10 minutes, you're hungry? This one, the 50 isn't providing too much. The 61.8 looks like it's an area, but it did drive a little bit lower. I'd use this more for a target, right? I would say if we have a level here at the 61.8, it does go deeper than that. So if you are looking to get short, look to get your profit out at 33.980. right. 33,980 is where our downside target is. But again, right now this one is also looking like it's the 1030 reversal window. So you guys could have definitely marked this one off. I didn't do it earlier today, but it's all right. And then Russell, let's see. Russell didn't quite make it up as well on 930. No. So it looks like today the market was moving a little bit too much already. So it looks like today there was no 15-minute setups at the open. Let's see. Let's see what do we bounce off of. Again, 50 guys would have got stopped. 61.8 guys would have got stopped. Let's reverse it and see what we have from low to high today. There's a lot of choppy in here, right? But we're almost there right now. It's already come back 2 down. I mean, at this point, I would say look for a base in there and a continue push all the way down. See if we can tag this full move. Whoa, what happened with Tesla? All right, what happened with Tesla? I was like, oh, Tesla's up, right? It closed down here and Tesla was up. Is there a news panel for this? Everybody's like, sell, sell, sell. What happened with Tesla? Did Elon open his mouth up again? Let me see. Now I'm curious. Oh, here it is. I found it. No, I don't care about that. Elon Musk says it's more important for Tesla to make a robot than a new car models this year. So, Ernest, I hate to inform you that, yeah, you may not get that Tesla truck this year. Yesterday they didn't put any handles on it, but now it's more important to get this. Yeah. So, what was the response? Wah, wah, wah. I guess everybody wants their Tesla trucks. Wow, talk about screwing the whole market up. Thanks, Elon. Look, it's 8.4. People are really pissed off about this. Why couldn't he have made this, why couldn't he have made this call in December, right? I mean, making robots for Christmas would have been awesome. And then we could have messed up Mr. Pelosi's trade, but no. 8.3% down. It's down $77. Way to go, Elon. Way to screw it all up for everybody. Thanks, bud. Thanks, bud. Yeah, so I'm hoping that that's not enough to ruin the whole market, but what? What? Do you want to go back in your chair? Hmm? What? Buddy's getting angry. Yeah, so Russell's already started the roll and turn. Again, 10:15 is when this one turned. The 10 to 10:15 window was good. It didn't give us a great opportunity, good level to turn in. So, what are you going to do? There's nothing we can do about that. Again, we expect the 10:30 reversal. We typically want to combine it with hitting a level at the same time. They didn't. It was like 10:30. Somebody hit that reversal button. So, yeah. I mean, even with the VIX down, you got some of these guys starting to turn negative. Again, look at that. Then nice little pushback. God, it would be nice if these were in zones. ES was about the only one that was in a zone up top. But yeah, 43.39. Look for an end of day rally if it starts to slow down in that zone. So that's about it. Let's see, dollar's still rallying. Yeah, dollar's pulling back a little bit. I feel like there's more news. Wow, home sales were down huge. That's it. Russia considers war with the Ukraine is unthinkable. We don't want to hurt them. They are our friends. Elon's just a troll at this point. Wait, hold on though. Wasn't a huge move off this one. Mr. Dogecoin. Yeah, he did it. The Dogecoin people are like, wait, can I buy robots with Dogecoin? Uh-huh. Can I buy robots with Dogecoin? Yeah, you're unhappy, buddy. Oh, there we go. Gold just tagged something. Let's go see what gold tagged. It wasn't a halfway back. It was that short target. So there you go. Look, guys, there goes gold. It's off to the races. So we'll see if it comes down and tags our profit target. Way to go, alerts. All right. With that said, let's go and do the drawing. So it is for 50 pip chips today. I have no idea who won on Monday. Let's pull this in. Um, was it Debbie? Did Debbie win? I don't remember. I feel like I don't know. Not sure. I don't remember who won. I feel like it was Debbie. I feel like Debbie got a double and we were talking about doubles or something like that. Debbie did. Was that a double for you, Debbie? I feel like it was a double. Yeah, because I thought we were talking about how this is like the year of the double. Like everybody wins two, and then the third one is the big question. All right, let's close it down. Let's see. Yeah, it was a double. So Debbie is going for her triple, right? Of 250. Everybody else will be going for 50 today. You gonna talk for me? No, just lots of smiles. Hold on, let me put you down before you knock yourself out. Oh, there we go. All right, get off my sweatshirt. Thank you. He's at the hold stage now, so I won, but Debbie got the chips. Ernest is always the winner. All right, so winner of today's drawing is Briggs. Briggs takes it with his 3. Nice job, buddy. Nice job. Mark is complete. Let's find where Briggs is. Let's do Briggs. Enter. Position 60. Let's go across. Boom. Boom. Where's he at? Where's he at? Briggs gets his 50 chips. Boom. And jumps quite up. All right. So with that said, guys, that's kind of it for today. Again, watch the markets continue to roll. Tomorrow morning, the core PCE price index, they're telling us they're positive. Again, this one it's not off too much. I mean, we saw advancing. It was a double last time. Wouldn't be surprised. Even if we come in as a 0.4, again, as long as it's not a negative number, again, just watch it. I think it'll be important. See where the Europeans send the dollar tomorrow morning. It could give us every reason to kind of have a reversal if they, put dollar weakness in. Again, set up for a long trade. God bless. I need to get back to chart school every day. I know, Briggs. You have to, buddy. You have to. Um, every day, my friend. Every day. All right, guys. With that said, tomorrow morning, I'm just giving you guys the heads up. So tomorrow morning is kind of looking iffy right now. It will see. Melissa has like a back to back to back. So if we can get the kid fed, I will try my best tomorrow morning. But she has a client presentation with like a high net worth individual. So she can't really hear me talking and the baby crying. So depending if the boy is cooperating, just giving you guys a heads up early. I'll update you guys on the score tomorrow morning if we will broadcast. But she has 3 to 3 and she's a full client presentation tomorrow morning. So got to be careful with that and respectful because she's in the office right next to me. So with that said, we're done for today. Watch this score for tomorrow morning and good trading today, everybody. And I'll catch you tomorrow. See ya.